Isn't this beautiful? Watching the wave crashing into the sand. What a dream it would be to have this just a few steps from your front door. Sometimes it may seem like an impossible dream to be living in a paradise like this, in a home like this, or like this. Well, it isn't just a dream anymore. It is actually very achievable for a lot of us. I mean, who haven't thought about moving to Thailand? I'm here to tell you how you can achieve this reality by giving you the correct information on real estate in Thailand. Welcome to another episode of The Island Life. Today I'm here to clear up some misconceptions you may have on buying a property here in Thailand. It is actually pretty straightforward than most of you think. Now, as a foreigner, there are three main rules to bear in mind. Number one, foreigners cannot directly own land. However, this may change in the future as the government has proposed new measures for foreigners buying land, but it has to be subjected to specific requirements. Number two, foreigners can own a building or a structure on a plot of land. And number three, foreigners can own condominiums with freehold titles. Owning landed properties, such as buildings, houses, or villas, is the most lucrative method to own a property in Thailand. And there are several loopholes in which foreigners can indirectly own land. The most popular method is buying the land through a Thai spouse or any Thai national in that regard. However, there is a certain amount of trust that needs to be bestowed with both parties. You can play it safe by having the spouse own the land and then leasing it back to you. The second method is buying through a Thai company in which 51% of the shares is owned by Thais and 49% is owned by the foreigner as the managing director. The company would have to be a legitimate company that generates income and has a purpose. You would have to file your taxes and audit your accounts at the end of every financial year. The last option a foreigner has to own land is through a 30-year lease, whereby the foreigner has the right to use the land as they see fit. In popular tourist destinations such as Phuket or Samui, the lease period can last up to 120 years, whereby the owner of the land signs a contract with the buyer to automatically renew the lease every 30 years. Now, moving on to condos, this is the easiest and least complicated method to purchase a property in Thailand. With the condo unit you own, you also proportionally own shares of the freehold land in which the condo is built on, the building itself, and the co-owner association or the juristic office. However, it is important to know that condos have a quota system whereby Thais are required to own 51% of the building and foreigners will own 49%. For example, if you have a condo with 100 units, 49 will be owned by the foreigner and 51 by Thais. In popular tourist destinations such as Phuket, Pattaya, Samui, Hua Hin, some condos may only offer leasehold ownership. This is because their main targeted buyers will be foreigners. Therefore, having a project under the quota system in these destinations would not be profitable for the developer, as 51% of the units could potentially be empty. Now, the next thing I would like to talk about is the potential investment opportunities. For those of you who wish to invest your capital in Thai real estate, there are several options for you. What first comes to mind is buying a property with guaranteed returns. This is popular in tourist destinations such as Phuket and Samui, as I mentioned. Basically, the developer signs an agreement with the buyer that promises to pay a specified percentage of the sales price to the buyer annually. You could also purchase your property without the guarantee rental return and have a trusted rental company manage the property for you. It is important to note though that these methods work very well in coastal areas and popular tourist hotspots, as you are able to generate a considerate amount of rental income through short-term as well as long-term rentals. The price of these rental properties fluctuates depending on the holiday season and influx of visitors. In Bangkok, for example, the price relatively stays the same all year round, and there are laws that prohibit short-term rentals. Now, all that being said, you should also do your own research thoroughly, and to make sure you are investing your money wisely. You should also seek out a trusted real estate agency who is an expert in the market you are looking to buy at, and have them guide you through the process smoothly. It is also very important you have a professional lawyer by your side to oversee the legalities of your purchase from start to finish in order to minimize as much risk as possible. Well, that's it for today, and I hope this video shed some light for those of you considering to invest in Thailand. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much. สวัสดีครับ